Hi everybody. We're going to do a general reading for the collective, see what kind of messages want to come out. We have a new moon in Cancer coming up. See what kind of energies are surrounding this. What's coming up for us in July. Okay, we have the Violet Duchess, stifled, bored, and stuck. We have Death in the Maiden, invasion, boundaries violated, and dominance. We have the Storm Angel, a collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. And then the last one that wanted to flip out, we have the Winged Seer. You see clearly, clairvoyance. So right away, I was getting a lot of downloads. I was picking up on a lot of energies where a lot of us are getting stuck back in these karmic loops. We're getting stuck back in cycles that we thought we had navigated our way out of. These are loops and cycles that we've done before, we've seen before. They were brought into our awareness previously. But we weren't actually out of them. They had just come into our awareness. We just realized what they were, what we were doing, what was different, how things were the same. Even if the players in the game were different, it was the same people, the same characters, the same story. Let's get some cards out here. Some of us are trying to take back our independence. Tap into our personal power. Trying to integrate the lessons that we've learned. Okay. I feel like some of us aren't healed from a relationship, but we're already jumping into another one. Maybe you're only a couple months, days, weeks out of one relationship or out of a new situation that's already ended and you're already jumping into another one. This is something that you've done previously. This is something that you've done time and time again. You know how this works out and you're always getting the same result. This is a cycle that you've seen, but you're choosing to do it again. Yeah, Three of Swords. This is breaking your own heart. These ones just fell out. We have the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Sun. So the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Wands in reverse, and the Sun. So somebody here is trying to tap into their spiritual gifts, trying to tap into their spiritual power, but they're getting in their own way. They're blocking their own happiness. I feel like you're looking for somebody to make you happy, but you yourself are not happy. You're not happy with yourself, so you're not going to be happy with anybody else. What is this? Yeah, Eight of Swords and Temperance. So either it's a Libra or it just speaks of being stuck in this cage of your own creation. This is something you keep doing over and over again. And you're not seeing the cause and effect. You're not seeing, you think you're working through it, but you keep jumping back into it. Okay. Others of us are people pleasing. We're people pleasing like almost by default. This is just what you do. You've always done it. You know that you do it. You can't break out of it. This is overdoing for people who don't appreciate you, that don't care. Yeah, we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is something that you're slowly coming to realize. We have the Six of Wands. So these people that don't appreciate you, they take you for anything that they can get. You know, you're there for them time and time again. Every time they call, you're answering the phone for them. Anything at all that you can do for them. Just people pleasing and people pleasing because it's what you do. And you know, this is something you do. Also, this is another cycle. This is another cycle that you haven't, you thought you had seen it, you thought you were working on it, but you're finding yourself doing it again anyway. So this here is where we're staying stuck. Others of you have made a decision. You've made a decision about something and you don't want to let your partner or whoever know that you've made this decision. You feel like you've been pushed into making decisions in the past that you weren't allowed. The Tower card. You feel like everything is falling apart, but everything's actually falling in place. You feel like before you were pushed into making decisions and you didn't really have a say in them. And in the beginning of this situation, you felt like you were being pushed to make a decision. But the fact is you actually have made a solid decision. And you're not sharing your decision. You're not sharing your choice with your partner or whoever it is that this affects. This definitely involves somebody else. We have the Two of Cups here. So you're not sharing your decision because in the past you feel like you've been pushed before. And somewhere along the way you've seen this cycle and you've decided that you're not going to be pushed into making decisions anymore. So in this particular situation, not always, but in this situation, you being stubborn and withholding that decision, withholding that choice, not voicing your opinion and your decision is actually getting in your way. It's actually keeping you stifled and bored and stuck. This time, making that decision and voicing your opinion is what gets you out of this cycle. Now you're withholding your decision and just going round and round and round whenever the fact is the situation's already been resolved. This is the collision of beliefs, the collision of attitudes. Okay, so we have all this abundance coming in right now. It's Cancer season, which speaks about, it's all about your emotional state, your domestic situation, your intuition, emotional renewal. We have the Seven of Wands here. This is somebody who's fighting to prove something, to prove their worth, to prove the right, I just heard, to prove they can do it. And then we have the Devil energies here, which is hanging on. This is being back on the same loop, except it's painted a different color. We have the Two of Cups here, which speaks of your higher self, your union with your higher self, about like-minded people, people who understand where you're coming from. And then we have the Magician here. As we go into Leo season, Cancer season is bringing in the emotions. And Leo season is where we're going to be able to harness in what it is what we're trying to manifest and what we want to manifest. Right now, what's happening is you're manifesting from your subconscious. You're manifesting from old storylines. You're manifesting from stories that you tell yourself. You're keeping yourself stuck in this old mindset. So by navigating through these emotions, there's 5 of Cups. By navigating through these emotions and putting some emotion behind what it is you truly want, whenever you come into Leo season, you're going to be able to bring those manifestations closer. You're going to be able to make them more tangible. You can't think your way into something. You can speak affirmations and you can speak it into existence, but the only way that you can speak it into existence is if you're vibrating at that level, if that's where your vibration is set. You need to feel what you want. If you're feeling depleted and defeated and unwanted, and if you're feeding yourself all these storylines, then you're manifesting from an unknown place. You're not putting your heart into it. You're not putting your emotions into it. I feel like some of you, we have the 5 of Cups here. I feel like some of you need to be clearing your energy. Whatever it is that you're fighting, whatever it is that you're trying to prove, whatever you're standing up for, we have the 6 of Wands here. This is a card of victory. You're going to get there. You do see clearly, you see what it is that you want. This is about balancing your inner demons. This is about getting your head in the right space. Instead of thinking that everybody is against you, go with how you feel. King of Swords wanted to fly out. So clear your energy. Don't engage with connections that are like draining you, that are distracting you, that are keeping you stuck. If you're staying stuck on that loop where you keep finding yourself with the same kind of person in the same kind of situation, give yourself some time to heal in between. You're reinforcing that belief that everything is going to fall apart by putting yourself in situations where you haven't even had the opportunity to build anything. So it's not really falling apart. You haven't even built it yet. It's just a couple days, a couple weeks that you're talking to somebody, and then it all falls apart just like you thought, just like it always does. But the fact is, nothing was really built there. Like, your foundation has to be stronger. I feel some of you, some of us out there were walking away from a spouse, maybe a grown child. 2 of Pentacles, balancing your energies, trying to move forward. I feel some of us are walking away from a spouse, a grown child, a family member. Some type of an internal struggle is happening here. And it's because it's time to release these limiting beliefs. Are you reacting the same? Are you going to respond differently? A lot of this energy coming in right now is meant for you. It's meant to reflect back to you the energy that you're already in. You're meant to move through it, to transmute it. So talk to somebody if you don't have anyone that you can trust, if people like that are involved, that you can't really trust anyone to say it out loud. Write it down on some paper, burn it. Just write it down in a journal if you don't feel the need to burn it. Speak it. Cry it out. Go sit in your car somewhere and just cry, or speak into the air, speak into the wind. Something to move it through you. Some way to clear it out, to get it to move through you. This is how we open up room. This is how we open ourselves up to receive. This is how we bring in that new life. This is how we get to those new timelines. This is how we unlock our gifts. We have the Death card. You know, let it go. Time for something new. Like, we read the Death card as a rebirth, but some of these energies really do need squashed. Some of these energies and storylines that you're keeping in your head, these old thought patterns, they really do need squashed. They need to die. We have the Knight of Swords here. Move forward. Go after what you want. Be fearless. We have the Four of Wands, which is a card of stability, of growth. I also just heard we're proud of you. So working in Cancer season this year is, it started out in a Capricorn full moon and it ends in a Capricorn full moon. And then we're right into Leo season. I feel like this is a time to really sort through those emotions, old emotions, ones we hang on to, ones that we didn't realize we were hanging on to. We have the Chariot, wanted to flip out here. We have the Chariot, the King of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Yeah, time to build your life, time to bring these manifestations in. This is a time with these Capricorn full moons on both sides of Cancer season. This is a time that you really ground these energies in. Take some time to really think about what it is that you want, not what you don't want. I think everybody knows what they don't want, but people rarely know what it is they really do want. And then going into Leo season, we're going to be able to smash through these fears. We're going to be able to break down these limitations, the ones that we put on ourselves, the ones that others have projected onto us. We're going to be able to see things differently. I got the Hanged One and the Lovers wanted to come out here. So see things differently and make that choice. Make that choice. Respond differently. Move differently. Don't jump back into that cycle. Give yourself some time to heal. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there. The Page of Pentacles fell out on the floor, so time to start building it, guys. Time to start building it. Build something new.